Hey guys, it's Linda Gusha here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're a regular, thanks for coming back. And if you're new here, I hope you stick around. Make sure to hit that subscribe box as soon as possible. And yeah, let's get the show on the road. So, today we're going to be talking about 10 ways you can earn an income as a broke student. Most of us have been there before. Most of us are not that wealthy or extremely wealthy that we can make it through university and life after high school without an income. We'll get support from our parents or guardians here or there, an allowance, maybe a bursary allowance, but somehow it just never feels like enough. And of course, not all 10 will be adaptable or applicable to you, but you just need to keep your ears open and your mind awake and see what kind of resonates with you, what you have the capabilities to do, and what could make the most potential side income for you. Now, as students, we have different lives. Some live at home, some live on campus, some live with friends, some live on their own, some have vehicles, some don't. So, whatever is applicable to you, keep that in mind. Alrighty, I've got the list on my phone. Let's start with number 1, promotions. These are not in any particular order, by the way. So starting off with promotions, there is 2 types. There is in-store and there is online. And if you have a huge online following, you shouldn't even be on this video, to be honest, because you're probably already making money. And if you do have a following and you're not making money, wake up. You can work on brand campaigns, you can do online promotions. People do Twitter promotions, Facebook promotions, where basically you are given a set message from a brand or guidelines and you just need to tweet that or post that and you get paid at the end of it. So promotions are low cost, low commitment, and generally tend to be fun for people who are sociable, like to be out. Moving on to number 2, if promotions doesn't sound like your thing, maybe casual shifts. Picking up holiday shifts during the holidays is something that I did, and it's something that is super easy. Most stores are looking for casuals around Christmas time, and that's a great time to make extra cash and to save up for the upcoming year. So I did this actually in grade 12. I picked up a shift at a bookstore, and during the holidays, I was home, I had ample time, and I thought, why don't I just make some extra cash, because I love me some extra cash. And to be quite honest with you, I did not enjoy it that much, probably because I was at a bookstore and it was quiet for most of the time. But if you're somewhere else and you're working at a busy store and you've got a couple of shifts, I'm sure the time will fly by and you'll make lots of money. So don't rule out picking up holiday shifts, and usually if you work through a certain agency, they'll phone you each year or they'll phone you each time they have casual shifts, and that is a good way to make income. And also, again, because you are a student or studying, you need to have flexibility in your schedule, and you can't commit to a full-time job or permanent job. Picking up shifts at a restaurant, shifts at a store, at a grocery store, at the mall or somewhere is a great way to make income during your downtime. Okay, and idea number 3 is starting a convenience service. So I have some examples listed on my phone. Washing sneakers, washing wigs, cleaning carpets, washing curtains. Starting some sort of convenience service business is low cost again, and also it allows you to have flexibility in your time, because you will be managing your own business, managing your own time, and of course you get to manage your clientele. Now, this may not be for everyone. Again, you need to know if you'll be able to handle your own business and your studies. For some people it's easy, for other people it's easier just to go do a job at a casual store, come home and not have to think about it. Let's move on to number 4, which is sell a skill. So this may sound like the previous one, except it's not. If you have some sort of talent or skill, such as the ability to play the guitar, if you're very proficient in your English, your essay writing, this is for you. Selling a skill is a great way to make money. However, it is time consuming because when you are selling the skill, you are working one-on-one with people. For example, if you're tutoring in English or you speak a foreign language, you're tutoring in that language, you have to spend time one-on-one with your students. Let me just see what other examples I have of selling a skill. Oh yes, if you play an instrument, guitar for example, if you do makeup well, if you know how to do hairstyling well, that's selling a skill. Most students have some sort of capabilities, and if you don't have a skill, you can learn a skill here on YouTube, which is why I love the internet so much. You're using this and these to make some of this. Let's move on to number 5. First of all, you probably have people in your area that need to travel in the same direction as you. So start a Lyft club. Maybe list yourself on Gumtree, on OLX, or perhaps, which is probably even safer, find a notice board in your school, get permission to put up your details there, and suss people out for a Lyft club. You can sign up to work on an eHailing service such as Uber, Uber Eats, Mr. Delivery, and so forth. Take a lot as well. These are very flexible jobs. When you have downtime, you're able to log in and make as much money as you can. Now, the downside to the gig economy is the fact that, one, you're not always guaranteed work. It could be very quiet. You could have a lot of competing people in your area. As a student, there are probably people who are making a living off of this full-time and you're just coming in part-time. So there may be a bit of competition and it may be difficult to make money, but it's a great way to earn extra cash. And definitely if you have a vehicle or if you have a scooter, think about linking up with any one of these apps. If one doesn't work for you, try another out. If you're like me and you want to make money with as little interaction with people as possible, you can make money on the web. So there are a couple of videos on YouTube, and maybe I'll make a video and share some tips with you guys. But there are so many websites on which you can earn money for spending your time there. You can do surveys online, or you can do transcriptions online, or you can do user testing of products. Now, the way these work is usually the companies are from overseas, so they pay in US dollars, they pay in pounds, and they pay you through your PayPal. So you just have to interact with them, do surveys, do transcriptions, and get paid. And usually, depending, it varies quite a bit depending on the company, on the website, what you're doing. But you can easily make 500 Rand in a week through this. You can actually make a lot of money depending on how much time you can devote on these online services. Personally, I have done transcription, I have done surveys, I've tried user testing, but I didn't have any luck with that. But I'm sure there are other people who use it, and one transcription website that is local is Way with Words. You can look it up. You have to take a test, but once you qualify for that test, you can do transcriptions and you can make money online from the comfort of your dorm room, your bedroom, without having to talk to anyone, see anyone. And yeah, also the flexibility is amazing. You know, if you have an assignment, you can put it off. If you have free time, you can go all into your online work and make some extra income. Now, to move on to number 7, lucky number 7. Let's see what it is. Oh yes, number 7 is, if you are quite crafty with your hands, you can sell something on campus. Now, what I was thinking about this one is particularly selling baked goods, selling, snacks like samosas, selling muffins, those kind of pre-packed little nibbling things that people look for when they're on campus for a long time and they don't have a lot of cash on them and they're looking for something to buy. I bought from all sorts of vendors on campus. I know all of my friends did. It's a great way to make income if you have access to a great kitchen, if you have access to ingredients, and you're willing to make time to bake. Obviously, if you're going to be selling on campus, you need to find out what the rules are on your campus to sell items. Maybe you need just a permission letter, maybe you need a license. You know, it's different on different campuses. You don't want to get in trouble, you don't want to do anything illegal. But usually most campuses are quite welcoming to vendors, and especially if it's after hours when, you know, the cafeteria and such has closed and you have your little box or whatever baggie of goodies, and you know, people know that you're selling on campus at late library hours or study hours. That's also a really good way to make money, because students want to eat and students eat a lot, and they also don't want to go far. So if you're the closest option, you can make quite a significant amount of money for that. I know I would have paid for French fries and brownies from anyone at any time on campus. So if you're quite crafty with your hands and, you know, you're comfortable in the kitchen, people like your food, then this one is for you. Moving on to number 8. Oh yes, engage in your student body activities. A lot of student bodies have opportunities for kids to make money. Sorry, this child making noise. Okay. You can work at the library for, you know, a fee. You can work in different organizations, maybe in a counseling room, maybe in a treasury room, finance department, post office. Campuses have all of these facilities that they need people manning. Usually they have full-time people that work on campus, but they also do have part-time positions, and they do have positions that are targeted to students specifically. A friend of mine was actually, okay, I forgot the terminology, but he worked in his res and he moved up the ranks, and once you move up the ranks in res, you're actually able to start earning money for your position and for being on shift for security and such in counseling shifts, and, you know, doing welfare checks on people on res and on campus. You can start to make some money. Also tutoring for the university or organization. Personally, I went to UCT, and at UCT our tutors actually did get paid. I didn't know this. I don't know if it's all subjects, but tutors did get paid to take on classes, teach students, mark papers, prepare them for exams, tests, etc. So if you are quite strong in your academics and you think you can handle it, and you don't mind being more ingrained in your school life, in your campus life, then totally look for student body opportunities to make money. And our final last but not least, is doing freelance art. And now what do I mean by this? This is for all of you kids that are so crafty, so talented, and you're always producing amazing work in your spare time, but you're not generating an income for it. And I'm here to encourage you to do that, because that's an excellent way for a student to make money. If you're good at drawing, if you are good at sewing, if you're good at photography, if you're good at writing, these are all arts and skills that you can sell in freelance work. You can get paid and you can get commissioned in freelance work. Promote your work, start an Instagram page for it, start a Facebook page for it, start a Twitter page for it, and get out there. Freelance writing is a really great way to make money, but again, it is quite time consuming, so it has to be something that you are comfortable with and you feel good with, that you can produce. Photography, once again, if you have the equipment or you can buy the equipment, there's always kids who want to do, you know, professional shoots, people who want couple pictures, portraits, whatever. Invest in your talent and get paid for it. Of course, this is easier said than done, because, you know, you need to have momentum and encouragement and, you know, the ability to market yourself. But once again, you are on the internet, you are on YouTube. There are so many videos about how to get started in marketing your freelance business. Thank you guys for watching this video. I've got lots of content on my page and lots of content to come, so I hope you have subscribed by now. And yeah, student life is difficult, it's demanding, and you know what, being broke is just one thing that we all don't need. So try and supplement your income, try and think of creative ways that will not exhaust you, and get some cash in your pocket. Ciao.
So cheers guys. to escaping poverty.